Dear Diary, I have come to realize from my time here that I am weak. I am weak compared to my past, and I must strengthen myself once more. I seemed to have once lived closely with these voices and seemingly wandered to other places without worry, and I craved to be that powerful again. And since I crave it so strongly, it must be done. I can no longer wallow in what was my past. I must only think about how much better I will be, because I will be better than I was, stronger than ever seen. In charge of armies and long voyages at sea, I will be the leader that did not fall to insanity, but who rose to victory. I will thrive in the depths of caves, having nothing but my sheer strength to continue. I am not a defeated past, but a victorious future. Moon. Hello, James. My past just brought me down once because I wasn't strong enough to defend you, and I left you alone in that cold cabin, James. But don't worry. I promise I won't do it again. We won't have to deal with the voices for a bit, though. It stay. That's important. As long as it stay, we don't hear them. I plan to gather the materials I need to become stronger. I hope you understand that this is not anything of your fault or your weakness, James. It is of my own. Because I left you there, I will make sure that I'll never have to leave you again. We need to be strong enough to continue. James, come on, we have work to do. We have lots and lots of work to do. Because trust me, we need to gather resources. We need food. How would you feel about some chickens? I'm not sure what I used to have. Don't really care to know. But I do know that I will get the food to keep us safe. I may have been complacent in my last life, even while traveling dimensions, but I promise you this, James. I no longer plan to place with just boring complacency. I plan to strive to be stronger than I was and be the strongest I can be. Because I will make sure that you're safe, James. You can remember that. I will always make sure that you're safe. James, come on, it's getting night. The voices will be back soon, and I'd rather deal with them at home. Past me might have dealt with them above and outside, but past me was also fool to think that they were ever helpful. Come along. You may think you're helpful, but I have yet to see any help come of you. How can something who has shown no help be helpful. That is true. I never did ask for the help. Come along, James. I am not inviting other creatures into the home tonight. There you are. I did never ask for the help, so that is true. It's odd how that works. Help is never offered freely. As I said, not the most helpful. And then they choose to argue. If you claim that I can make it on my own and that's why you never helped, that's kind of what I was saying. Maybe that's why old me always lived so close to you guys. Probably found it you more helpful back then. Probably asked for the help. True. Life can be boring without a challenge. But I think you'll find it's a mistake to leave me alone. I believe I'm out of hearing range for them again. I have work to do, and the work waits for no man. My past self seemed more caring than I ever will be. He would probably be pained, but yet again, they were always weak comparatively to me. But they were strong enough to withstand the voices, which is not something I've been able to overcome yet. They seem to be my weakness this time around, and I cannot stand for weakness right now. Because as long as I am weak, I am vulnerable to being lost. But I will be a leader. Because my past was defeated, it will not define how much victory I will face in the future. For every battle that is lost, 100 must be won. And I may have lost whatever led me to be here without my memories. But I promise you, I will not make that mistake again. But I have learned from that. I may have made an enemy of who I was, but that is not a mistake. It is a blessing. It is a show that I am not someone to be mistaken. I need to gather wood. Building a farm would be good. The food it would give me would be helpful for increasing my strength. Because when people tell you to learn from your past, you don't have to remember it to learn from it. Only to see the scars it leaves. And I do seem to have a few scars it's left behind. Specifically, whatever happened to my eye. I'm trying to strengthen myself from the complacency that once held me down, because I will be stronger. I will have the ability to take down my enemy. Because they left me alone for too long. And it's always a mistake to do that. The mistake was complacency. The same mistake I used to have. But I have learned from my mistake. And I promise you, it will not be one so easily made again. Don't worry, James. You'll be safe here. Nothing can hurt you in here. The voices will come out again soon. I want to gather some chickens. They are helpful. So are cows. I don't think I need pigs as of now, though. Hello again. You're being awfully quiet. Second day in a row. Is that supposed to tell me something? Ah, yet again with the cryptic messages. You're probably trying to tell me something. Is that right? I'm not going to risk James outside right now to gather more resources. He may be able to have protected past me, but he doesn't have to worry about protecting me again. Because I have chosen to protect him. I only listen to them because they're so loud I can't shut them up. Can't move though, and that was having a portal. It's something we'll have to walk towards, isn't it? Because past me did make this mistake of letting it crumble. That only showed that he wasn't weak enough to keep it. But don't worry. Have I ever tried to sleep at night? Yes. I thought you'd remember a debt I had last time. Decided to silence you all one night after I had found my home. I know what sleep is. I am not a fool. I must live with you at night. But when day comes around, I must live with you all at night. But when day comes around, I will be free. And I will be happily freed. The sun's starting to come up, little voices. I'm sure you know that by now. Time to say your goodbyes for another day. Goodbye, little voice. I'll see you tonight. Come along, James. We have chickens to gather. And don't worry, I don't plan to be made the fool. I know there are bees around here, which will be important. I've seen those often. They never seem to get close, but are everywhere I go. Come along, James. We have gathering to do. And to think, I only thought I was on a small island. I made a mistake in that thought process. I'll have to make sure not to make it again. James, come here. I heard you leap down that cliff. You're not fooling me. Come here. Come along, James. I see some chickens. We need to gather them and leave. There's a fire brewing. Thank you for dealing with the nuisance. Come along. I must get you two back. I plan to make you two very helpful. Do not worry. You'll be safer back there than you were out here. You know where to find cows now, too. Across one of the riverbeds from us. It will be good to know for the future. Come along, you two miserable miscreants of creatures. James, we're herding the chickens. We aren't herding the squids. We can play with the squids later, James. Make sure to keep the chickens aligned. James, where are the chickens? Come along. I promise to feed you both. I mean, we can't have starved meat after all. Get you nice and plump. Good for cooking with. James, are you gonna be helpful for the chickens? Come along. Are we having a bee join us too? Fly on, little bee, fly on. James, do not be causing problems for the food. We need them in good condition. Come along. Come along.